Hello everyone, my name is Elyse, and this is the 6th and final episode of Music Theory Lessons. And today we're going to be learning about scales and solfege. Solfege is what you hear as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You've probably heard it from the song From the Sound of Music that Maria sings, and it's an excellent song that teaches a lot, so I really encourage you to go watch it to go learn a little bit more about this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do are the 8 notes that make up any scale. You'll notice that do on the bottom and do on the top are the same, they're just an octave apart. Or they're the same notes, just in different places. So if we look at the example of middle C, we'll see that an octave above that is the C as in face, as in the 3rd space in the staff. So the re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti are the notes in between the lower do and the higher do. The distance between each note, or each part of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, is the same in every major key, no matter which note you start on. So if I were to start at a low note, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, the space between each of those notes would be the same if I started anywhere else with any other do. So if I were to start do there instead, it would sound the same, just on a different note. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The space between do and any of the other notes on the scale is called an interval. And the interval between do and re is the same on one note as it would be on any other note. Or do and fa would be the same on middle C as it would be on F. If you remember back to my accidentals and key signatures lesson, I talked about how the flats and sharps in the key signature tell you what key you're in. I didn't get too much into that, and I'm still not going to today because it's kind of complicated, but we're going to start by just using no sharps and no flats, the key of C. The notes in that scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. No sharps, no flats. That means each one of those letters, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, lines up with do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Lucky for us, my sample of Be Prepared is also in the key of C, so we're going to use one of the lines from that song to help us practice how to know which is do, re, mi, and so on. Remember in the key of C that do is always C, no matter where it is on the staff. So we look at this first note and we see that it is a C, it's middle C, so that is do. When we go one right above that, it's D or re. The note above that is mi. Lucky for us, we get to repeat that. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, re. We go down to re at the end of that phrase. The phrase starts on re. Even though the phrase doesn't start on C, C is still do. This time we have re, mi, and then after that we have fa. This time we have re, mi, and then after that comes fa. Then we repeat that again, re, mi, fa, and then we go down. We go from fa to mi to re, and then back up to mi. So if we were to sing this entire line in solfege and forget about the lyrics for a second, this is how it would sound. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, re. Re, mi, fa, mi, re, mi. Notice that no matter where you are in the line, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do are always the same notes. C is always do, D is always re, and so on and so forth. Just for fun, I'm going to teach you some of the hand signs that you use for do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do is just a fist, whether it's low do or high do. Re is like a little ramp with your hand. Mi, you just flatten it out. Fa, you make a thumbs down, so you flip it up, but unclench your hand. La, you make like a crab claw with your hand. Ti, you point up with just one finger, and then back up to do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Knowing solfege can be really helpful if you've never seen a piece of music before and you need to sing it, which is called sight singing. If you can figure out which key it is or what the starting note for do is, then you can figure out where the intervals are, because you know that do, re, do, mi, do, fa is always the same interval. So if you use the key to figure out do and then you use the intervals to figure out all the other notes, then you'll be able to figure out how to sing the music much easier. So this lesson was a pretty short one, but I thought it was helpful and I thought it also might be a little bit fun to learn about. It's been an honor to teach these music theory classes, and I have a parting gift for you, which will start right after this. But I hope you guys have an awesome time learning music for the rest of your lives. See you soon! Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to do.